What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus package update, daily news, everything going on here in our country and in Washington, D.C., money, investing, the stock market, pretty much everything you need to know about on a daily basis. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe down below. It's completely free to do so you don't miss out on new videos. I will keep you up to date with everything going on here in our country. Also, if you find these videos helpful, don't forget to hit the like button for us down below. We're going to talk about the next stimulus package, calls or demands for a $2,000 stimulus check for Thanksgiving, as well as Senator Joe Manchin and the Senate process of what's going to happen with the next stimulus package, as well as some new breaking news coming out here today. So let's jump right in. Also, I'm giving away a total of $1,000 to viewers of our viewers. So if you can guess what's in that box right there. So definitely want to watch to the end of this video. I'm going to give you a clue to what's in that box. And if you can guess what's in that box, you can win money directly from me. So I'll give you a clue at the end of this video. So definitely watch to the end and you'll see how it works. So there'll be a clue at the end of this video. The CDC has just announced that booster shots for all American adults are now eligible for COVID. Yeah, so now you don't have to have a immunocompromised or anything like that. They announced this last night as of 6 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, so booster shots of the COVID vaccines are now available to anyone in the U.S. over the age of 18 after the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, Director Rochelle Walensky signed off on the recommendations of an agency advisory panel. Effective immediately, tens of millions of Americans who are at least 6 months past their Pfizer or Moderna shot are now eligible for a booster dose. Friday's actions represent the culmination of a long-running debate among experts who should be eligible for booster shots and belatedly delivers on President Biden's promise of widespread boosters for all adults by September. Well, it's now available in November. The CDC's Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices said that all adults are eligible, and in a second last-minute vote, they explicitly recommended that everyone over the age of 50 should get a booster. Older adults have the clearest benefit from a booster dose of an mRNA vaccine, the panel said, and also less risk of a severe side effect from myocarditis, a rare inflammation of the heart that has been found in younger men. Earlier in the day, the FDA authorized boosters of both Pfizer and Moderna vaccine. Walensky said in a statement, quote, "Booster shots have demonstrated the ability to safely increase people's protection against the infection and severe outcomes and are an important public health tool to strengthen our defenses against the virus as we enter the winter holidays. Based on the compelling evidence, all adults over 18 should now have an equitable access to the COVID booster dose." Here is the graph for the United States of new cases. You can see yesterday, November 19th, you can see the graph is going back up after we had plateaued and leveled off a little bit. Yesterday, we had 119,043 people test positive. The 7-day average is 95,398 people. So we are on our way back up again, sadly. Okay, that is people testing positive. If we want to look at specifically Michigan, for example, that was just referenced in that article, you can see, wow, look at that spike here. Yesterday, they had 20,456 cases based on this article or this data from Google. Google kind of aggregates the data just collected by the country. So yeah, you can see that is their all-time high, slightly higher than what they had back in April of 2021. That's a significant spike there. And when we look at the deaths rates of the country here, remember, deaths are always kind of a lagging feature it doesn't hit immediately. But yesterday we had 1,891 people pass away from this virus. Still very, very sad to even say something like that. The average 7-day number is 1,134. When we look at here, um, over 47 million people have tested positive in the United States, and 769,000 people in the United States have passed away from this virus. Very, very sad number. Over 5.1 million people worldwide have fallen to the virus. Yeah. $2,000 Thanksgiving stimulus check demands are trending on the internet, trending on Twitter, and demanding that they be sent out for Thanksgiving or in this next stimulus package. You can see here $2,000 Thanksgiving stimulus check demands mount as inflation surges cost of holiday meal. Cash-strapped Americans are calling for $2,000 Thanksgiving stimulus checks to be introduced as inflation has massively increased the cost of a holiday meal. Families look to set to feel the pinch as the price of a frozen turkey is up 20% compared to last year, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistic data. Pretty much at this point, the cost of everything is up. Gas, food, travel, cars, everything you can possibly think of. Experts at the American Farm Bureau Federation say a feast for 10 people with turkey and all the trimmings will cost on average $53.31 compared to $46.90 last November. Twitter users are urging President Joe Biden to introduce another round of stimulus cash as inflation fears mount. One person said, Thanksgiving will cost $6 more, yet you've gotten $2,000 more in stimulus checks since last November, plus $400 per child in extra child tax credits above what was already in place. Another quipped, by the look of inflation, Americans are going to need a stimulus check to buy a Thanksgiving turkey. Well, not quite, but a third Twitter user commented, POTUS, give Americans something to be thankful for Thanksgiving. Forced stimulus check? Republicans have accused Democrats of failing to work on a bipartisan basis to address the supply chain crisis that has crippled the nation. A Republican aide told Fox News Wednesday that there's no turkey on the table, no heat in the oven, and people can't afford gas to drive to see family. Quote, with massive inflation and a supply chain crisis that won't quit, Joe Biden won't be getting any thanks from American families this Thanksgiving. Wow. GOP aides fear that Americans will feel the pinch this year when they come to buy their favorite Thanksgiving foods this year. Calls for extra cash comes just days after the fifth installment of the advanced child tax credits were sent out to families. Quote, stimulus checks worth $300 per child were sent to parents on November 15th, and payments should already have arrived at this point. The first advance payment checks were sent out in July, and there are 6 totals. Families will receive up to $1,800 per child before the end of the year, and the remaining amount is claimed when tax returns are filed next year in April. That will be, let me see here, I think it's $1,500 for your children ages 6 through 17, and an additional $1,800 for children under the age of 6 on your tax return, which will be the half of this year. For children between ages 6 to 17, $1,500 will be distributed in the 6 monthly payments, and you're also going to get the other half next year when you file your tax returns. This article also referenced that 500,000 residents are going to be receiving stimulus checks worth $285 in Maine. We mentioned that here recently, and California also has their stimulus check program going out for $600 and $1,100 if they have children. Those are going out as well. So we'll be covering all sorts of different stimulus check programs on states and cities as well. So let me know your thoughts about the $2,000 Thanksgiving stimulus check demands. Feel free to go to Twitter and tweet Senators Bernie Sanders, Joe Manchin, President of the United States, Elizabeth Warren, AOC, anybody involved. Let them know. Let them know that people out there are struggling. Here is Democrat Representative Cheryl on the stimulus package and going forward, and several different things on that issue.
Well, I think that moment was the culmination of a week where I was able to vote for and pass so much of what we've been working on for years now. So I started the week at the White House, really able to watch the president sign into law some of the key priorities of North Jersey, things like the Gateway Tunnel project, getting the Lackawanna cutoff done, really critical issues that we've been so focused on for years, and then ending the week with making sure that we were able to bring down costs for families in New Jersey, make New Jersey more affordable, make sure we're getting rid of or lifting the state and local tax deduction cap, investing in families, getting a tax cut for middle-class families, bringing down cost of childcare, bringing down cost of prescription drugs, bringing down cost of insulin. I have a woman in my district who's had to go to Canada for years now for her sister. And one time she was telling me about when she wasn't able to get there and her sister used a dirty port and got a horrible infection. This is what families have been living with and things that have gone unaddressed for far too long.
So the celebration has to be temporary, though. As we well know, the process is not over because you don't know what the Senate will do with this bill. But do you have any sense of what you think this bill is going to look like when it comes back to you guys in the House?
So we have some sense of what it might look like. It certainly will be changed. You mentioned some of the things that Senator Manchin has already suggested might not be in the bill as it comes back. But I think it was important to take this step so we had the bill written, people could see it on paper, determine what they thought we should invest in, and then move forward. But this is a critical piece of the legislative process. This is where the rubber is now going to meet the road in the Senate to really invest in the things that are going to move our country forward and to understand where we can go. And make no mistake, we've already passed, pieces of legislation that are going to invest in our future, like the American Rescue Plan, which already I'm talking to mayors around my district about critical investments they're making in our towns, like the infrastructure plan, which will finally get shovels in the ground on the Gateway Tunnel project.
But so this is the big culmination. I mean, this has been the one that's been the biggest, hardest slog to get over the finish line, obviously. We've covered this in depth on how this process has been moving forward. And to be clear, you weren't a full yes from jump on this major spending bill. You made clear that there's a key element. One key element for you is raising the cap on how much state and local taxes people can deduct. It's an important tax deduction for people in your district. It's shorthand is SALT, that everyone hears people talking about it. If that gets stripped out in negotiations, what do you do?
Well, I don't think we should undermine what we just did Monday when the president signed into law a bipartisan infrastructure piece of legislation that Senator Portman, the budget director under Bush, called counterinflationary. I mean, that to me was a critical piece of the legislation that we had to get over the line. And that wasn't so easy to get finished despite all the support for it. So I think that was really an important piece of legislation that I'm very supportive of and think really provides the base for a lot of what we need to do and invest in this country. This bill also contains things that are going to bring costs down for New Jersey families. Like you said, the state and local tax deduction. I think there's some misunderstanding of how we work in our state, that this is not untaxed income. This is something that's never been in our tax code from the time of Abraham Lincoln until now. We have had the ability to deduct our state and local taxes, and it's been really important for us to invest in, for example, the nation's best public schools.
But that's why I'm asking, because you've made clear, kind of, you tweeted out something like, no salt, I'm a no-go, or something. I'm paraphrasing a tweet that you put out. But is that still the case when it comes back to you in the House? That's what I'm trying to establish.
Yeah, no, SALT is critically important to get it through the House, and we've made that clear. people like myself and Josh Gottheimer and Tom Swazi and Bill Pascrell. This is critical because this is a critical investment in our state and how we bring down cost in North Jersey. And so certainly this is a piece that I have to see to pass it through the House. And we've been working through what it's going to look like in the Senate. And I was just on the floor of the House talking to the Speaker about how important this is. And she knows. She's just tweeted out yesterday how important it is.
Yeah, so as you can see here, they're already talking about significant changes possibly being made in the Senate. Senator Joe Manchin wants to change this bill significantly. Bernie Sanders wants to change this bill significantly. Anything that Joe Manchin deletes or anything the Senate parliamentarian deletes, Bernie Sanders is waiting to add things to the bill. Anything that gets deleted from the bill reduces the size of the bill. Then that leaves room to add things to the bill. So, yeah, so the bill is almost fully paid for. It's like $160 billion short of paid for. Nancy Pelosi says the bill is fully paid for, so there's a little bit of a discrepancy there. So it's about $16 billion per year not paid for, which is not that much really in the scheme of things. When you look at the defense for the country bill, that's $770 billion a year. So this is short by $16 billion a year. So it's very, very close. Remember, things are probably going to be removed from the bill anyways, like immigration and stuff like that anyways. So everything that gets removed leaves an opportunity for things to get added in at the last moment in the Senate by Bernie Sanders and others. So it'll be interesting to see the back and forth negotiations when it goes to the Senate here. Senator Bernie Sanders, we had him on the last episode already talking about he wants to add multiple different items for the people, items for the people. So it'll be interesting to see what happens and who's going to win in the Senate. So I'll keep you up to date with that. So with that being said, let's do the next what's in the box contest clue. So if you haven't been paying attention, or if you have, I'm giving away a total of $1,000 in this kind of interesting, fun little contest. $100 to 10 different people for $1,000 in total. If you can guess what's in that box. It's a nice little fun contest, and we've done this in the past. We're going to do this again in December as well. So honestly, this contest is just a lot of fun to do as well. So if you've been doing this, if you've been watching this before, it's a really lot of fun to see if you can guess what's in the box. So this will be clue number 6. This will be clue number 6. Okay. This item gains you admission into an event that has already passed. Okay? This item gains you admission into an event that has already passed. Write this down. If you haven't been writing them down, you want to write them down. One more time. This item gains you admission into an event that has already passed. Mark this one done. So if you want to guess what it is, just leave a comment down below in the comment section. That's all you have to do to guess. You can guess as many times as you like. And if you guess correctly, you'll be entered into the pool of people who have guessed correctly. And after we do all 10 clues, I'm going to open the box for you guys here on the show, show you what's in the box. And we're going to randomly pick 10 people. And I'm going to show you the winners on the screen, the comments of the people who picked correctly. And I'm going to contact them through the comment section. You'll see the check mark on my name, and you'll know you won because you'll see that I showed you were the winner on the screen. And don't forget, we're going to do this again in December as well. Just kind of our way of giving back for the holidays to our viewers. And yeah, it's a really fun contest that we do, and our way of giving back here. So that was clue number, what did I say here? Clue number 6. So there's going to be 4 more clues. 4 more clues. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so yeah, let me know what you think is in the box. And it's getting interesting here. So do you know what it is already? Yeah. Do you still need more clues? So I'll keep you up to date with everything here. Make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new videos. New videos come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. After subscribing, which is free to do, click the bell icon so you get notifications, and click that to all notifications so you get notification reminders when we go live with new videos. We'll keep you up to date with everything. You can click here to watch my newest video next. And this video is how to get rent assistance. There's rent assistance available in almost all the states as well. This bottom video is how to get homeowners assistance. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.